When I married Claire, I believed I had won the lottery. She came from wealth, elegance, and influence, while I was just a man who had worked my way through every odd job imaginable. To me, she was a dream, beautiful, intelligent, and I thought someone who chose me not for what I had but for who I was. For years, I tried to be the husband she deserved. I built our home with my own two hands, piece by piece, while she filled it with designer furniture and expensive art. We didn't always see eye to eye, but I believed in compromise. She wanted luxury. I gave her security. She wanted freedom. I gave her trust. I thought that was enough. But one night, while we sat across from each other at our polished oak dining table, she looked at me with an expression I'll never forget, cold, detached, almost rehearsed. Her wine glass tilted between her fingers as she said casually, "I've been thinking. I want to date around." I froze, the fork in my hand slipping against the plate. I searched her face for some hint of a joke, some sign this wasn't real. But her eyes didn't waver. Then she leaned back, crossing her arms, and added with a smirk, "But don't you dare move on. I might come back." The words cut through me like glass. She said it as if I were nothing more than a placeholder, a loyal dog waiting at the door. In her mind, she could leave me to explore her whims, and I'd remain chained, waiting for her return. I wanted to scream, to beg, to demand an explanation, but instead, I felt an eerie calm wash over me. My entire life with her replayed in my head. The late nights I spent working overtime to help her start her boutique business. The moments I swallowed my pride when her family mocked me for being beneath her. The way I told myself love was worth every wound. And in that moment, I realized she didn't see me as her partner. She saw me as her safety net. That night, after she went to bed, I sat in the living room with the glow of my phone on my face. My hands shook as I opened every social media app, every messaging platform, and one by one, I blocked her. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, even email. Then I did the same with her number. My chest ached with every click, but each block was a piece of my soul stitching itself back together. When I finished, I stared at the screen, tears blurring my vision. I whispered to myself, "I am not your backup plan." The next morning, I left before she woke. I packed my essentials, left my key on the counter, and walked out of the house I had built for us. For the first time in years, I felt both terrified and free. Days turned into weeks. The silence was heavy at first, but slowly it became comforting. I focused on myself, on long-forgotten hobbies, on friends I had neglected, on my own peace. I no longer waited for her calls or texts because they couldn't come. She had no way to reach me. But then the panic began. At first, I heard about it through mutual acquaintances. "Claire's been asking about you," they'd say. "She can't find you anywhere." Then more stories trickled in, her showing up at places we used to frequent, asking strangers if they'd seen me. She even called my sister, begging for my number. Her confident arrogance had shattered. I imagined her scrolling through her phone late at night, realizing she had no lifeline left. The backup plan she thought would always be there had vanished without a trace. One evening, my sister forwarded me a desperate voicemail Claire had left on her phone. Her voice cracked with panic as she pleaded, "Please, I just need to talk to him. I didn't mean it like that. I just needed space. Tell him I still love him. Please." I listened once, then deleted it. Because here's the truth. When someone loves you, they don't put you on a shelf while they chase excitement elsewhere. They don't treat your devotion as a convenience. Love is respect, loyalty, sacrifice, and she had broken every piece of it with a single sentence. Weeks later, I heard she had tried dating. Her options quickly fizzled out. Men who wanted her money, her status, her beauty, but none who wanted her soul. And by the time she realized what she had lost, it was too late. One afternoon, I saw her by chance. I was walking out of a cafe when she appeared across the street, her hair pulled back, her eyes frantic as they landed on me. For a moment, I froze. She looked different, not polished and proud, but small, almost fragile. "Please," she called out, stepping into the street, her voice breaking. "Please talk to me." I didn't mean it. I was scared. I was stupid. You're all I ever had. My heart clenched. Memories of our early days, her laughter, the warmth of her hand in mine, flickered painfully in my mind. But then I remember the night she sat across from me, smirking as she told me I was never to move on. I remember the feeling of being discarded, devalued, used. I shook my head slowly, whispering more to myself than to her. I deserved better. Then I turned and walked away. The weight lifted with every step, replaced by a quiet strength. For the first time, I wasn't walking toward her or waiting for her. I was walking toward myself, toward freedom, toward dignity, toward a life where I would never again be someone's second choice. And in the silence that followed, I realized something powerful. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to block the noise, the pain, the toxicity, and choose yourself. Claire's panic wasn't my problem anymore. Her backup plan had disappeared, and I had finally started living.